Hello guys, it's Pete Cann here from Cann Laughter. I'm here with Eborn from
Great to see you.
Octopus TV. How
I
are you?
love the plug. I am so well, and I'll tell you what, it's such a beautiful day here, Pete, as well, because we're here in the heart of London, in London's really famous Hyde Park. And Pete came all the way down from the countryside to the smog to see us here, which I think is brilliant. We've been liaising for a long time, talked about Cann Laughter, which is a big event which we're launching. We're launching at Equity on the 18th of July. And I thought it'd be brilliant to meet up to talk about what you're doing in this space.
Completely. So obviously Cann Laughter, sort of you reached out and said that this is what we're doing. It's all about mental health, and it just let us know a bit more. Actually, that'd be really useful.
So my background's as an intellectual property lawyer, exciting stuff. I looked after lots of TV companies, broadcasters, advertising agencies, really famous stuff. But what happened is the clients got me more and more involved with their business as well as their legal side. So I'm now dealing with everything from the creation of television. We have a company called Boxer Tricks that spun out of Celador, and they're the creative team behind Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which has sold to zillions of places around the world. Octopus TV is my company, and with that we're doing everything from TV to supplying talent for fantastic festivals and various other things like that. But we're also involved with film and holograms and exciting stuff.
Amazing.
I also have something with RJ Gibb, the son of Robin Gibb from the Bee Gees. We have a company called Not the Truth, and we're doing magic and exciting things like that, but also lots of music, lots of film, lots of creative stuff. It's a really exciting area.
Fantastic. So you want to do some laughing exercises?
I'll tell you what, I was so interested in this stuff online. But before we do the laughing exercises, talk to me about the principle. How did you get involved?
Okay, so laughing yoga, basically, I discovered about 3 years ago when I was at Womad Festival. I was walking through the field and heard lots of laughter, and I thought, okay, that sounds like something's going on, something fun. Went along, and there was just about 200 people just laughing, and there was a guy running it, and I was just like, okay, I got involved, and we just, through the principle, just lots of different exercises. We did probably about 25 minutes of doing laughter exercises, and then at the end we got to lay down and actually then uncontrollable laughter. So you remember the days when you were at school?
I remember my school days. Not so long ago, Pete. Not so long ago.
But when you started laughing, you remember, and the teacher was just like, looked at you and you were like...
It's the worst moment when you're not supposed to laugh and you try and bite your tongue, and the more you try to stop yourself laughing, the more you actually do it. So,
and that is exactly what laughter yoga brings to you. Through, like I say, the practice of playfulness, childlike playfulness, like laughter exercises. And the yoga side is just the breathing, so it's not doing sort of downward dogs and stuff. You know, it's actually
downward dogs.
Downward dogs.
I thank you. Always a joy. We love it. But you were telling me earlier that you learned it from a guy in Mumbai, what was his name?
Yeah, so Dr. Kataria.
Dr. Kataria, that's
in 1996.
Okay.
He founded Laughter Yoga. Realised again through childlike playfulness and laughter exercises, you can actually trick your mind into laughing uncontrollably, and actually your body doesn't know the difference between fake and real laughter.
That's so true in this fake world that we live in, the deep fake sort of movie that we live in. Donald Trump would love this, you know. It's really good. So basically what's happening in your body, the scientific side, you're not a scientist yourself.
No, not at all.
But we work at all the different medical institutions. As you know, we're doing the Octopus TV Head to Toe of Health. And we're talking to lots of medical institutions and basically creating content that they themselves can use and we can license other people. Psychologically then, your body is releasing all sorts of good stuff when you laugh.
All your endorphins, your blood gets pumping around the body, you know, that obviously then releases a lot of, the endorphins that are obviously positiveness, so therefore you can release stress, anxiety, depression, basically all the, it might only just be for that hour, but that hour can really make a massive difference for, a week, even a month, so it's massive.
What I also love is that apart from the mental strength, you also have to have physical strength. So
exactly.
Come up there, you see. We're going to test this. It's like a 4-day broadcast. If Pete collapses, it's all my fault, That's what happens.
That is the tripod right there.
That's the tripod. Oh, look at that.
There it is.
Sort of. Look at you. Fantastic. It's got to be good. It's got to. You're okay. You're surviving. You're surviving. So the basic sort of principle then is so the mind is tricked. It's releasing all these fantastic endorphins, and you cannot tell the difference between real laughter and fake laughter. So that's why the whole idea about canned laughter and that sort of stuff. So the more that we can do that as a daily exercise, is that right? The better that it is.
Yeah, definitely.
So it sounds good to me. Now, you do courses and things like that. We're going to start working together on a number of these things. As you say, start building into our regular sort of series. So why do we start off on these courses? Give us a few examples of what we might do.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just trying to work out what I can do holding this arm.
Oh, no, I love it. It's good. Well, you can talk me through it.
So basically, the body, there's there's 3 different types of laugh.
Okay.
So we've got our sociable laugh, which is a
the polite laugh. Okay.
Polite laugh.
Okay.
And then you've got your hearty laugh, which is more.
And that's better because I can feel that's
completely.
That's going on. Oh, okay, yeah.
And then your belly laugh, which is more Santa. So.
What I love is the crowds around us. And what does that do? The belly laugh is good?
So basically you're expelling air,
okay,
which is obviously getting oxygen straight back into your lungs, which then is going to be pushing the blood around the body. What's really, really important, and I know it might be a bit hard, is that if we're going to do a few exercises, is don't talk for a second.
What, all right? You're not talking?
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean.
I'm already stressed, Pete. Let's relieve stress. Come on then, I won't talk. Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to do literally laughing exercise. Okay, so we'll start with the Perfect. And what's really important is the eye contact as well, because you get these connections with people when you start laughing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try and do a okay, so when first of all let's introduce ourselves.
Hello.
So that's how we introduce ourselves. So the next thing we can do mobile phone laughter, because the thing is, when you're walking down the street of London, right, you can't just start laughing to yourself. Well, you could.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yes. But we've obviously got our mobile phone.
Yeah.
So if you want to take your mobile phone out of your pocket.
Okay.
And it's the funniest thing you've heard all day. Brilliant.
Love it.
So the thing, obviously, though, when you've got a mobile phone, then you obviously get your mobile phone bill at the end of the month. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do, we're just going to have a look at our And the thing as well with like I said, laughter yoga, we've got to get the breathing in. So that we let's take a deep breath through our nose, and then another one. And this time we're going to laugh on the way out. So we're going to go. And again. So what you find now, you're starting to feel a little bit more tingly.
Yes.
Yep. So obviously the blood's starting to pump around.
Okay.
Starting to, like, your mood's lightening slightly. So what we'll do, let's do a quick milkshake. I can't obviously do
a milkshake
laughter, but I've only got one.
A bit worried about this. Is like politicians and things like that. Avoid the milkshake. Okay, here we go.
Right, so you need 2 hands.
I've got 2 hands. Yes, okay.
You're going to go.
Glorious! It's going to be good. It's really good. Oh, fantastic!
I tell you what, you're going to give me a really. You're making my day amazing. Honestly,
thank you. I love it.
And the fact that, you know, like, you can do laughter anywhere.
But laughter is brilliant, and what I love, if I'm allowed to talk
now,
what I love is a massive crowd that is gathered around it. Don't show them. Massive crowd here, live in Hyde Park, where they've got the biggest festivals later on. You could really work to big audiences. In terms of audiences, what sort of sizes are you doing at the moment?
I think the biggest one I've got coming up is about 700.
700, okay.
Yeah, which is a bit like...
no. Thank you. Oh, that's milkshake all over the place.
Exactly.
But it works so well one-to-one as well.
Yeah,
so
one-to-one,
the television stuff that we're talking about as well. And doing
definitely.
like a daily dose of comedy. Just to get you all started in the morning. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there an optimum time, an optimum length of stuff where you should be laughing?
I think 15 minutes of
15
laughter.
minutes of good, solid laughter.
Solid laughter with the breathing. I think that's enough to get you to a point of feeling, you know, get those endorphins running, basically. An example, the other day I was in a bit of a funny mood.
Only yesterday.
Not a funny mood.
Okay.
You know, a bit down, a bit flat. A few things had happened, and then I was like, actually, I just did a live feed, and I just started laughing at myself whilst I was driving, and I was just doing lots of different laughing and breathing, and then by the time I got to where I got to, which was only a 10-minute drive, I felt alive. And I was just
Brilliant,
like,
absolutely brilliant.
so yeah. So that's
And you're going to schools as well,
yes.
and you're explaining to me you have like the centimetre laugh and the metre laugh.
Completely.
Talk me through that. What's the story there?
So my arm is.
I told you. This is the biggest job. It's got nothing to do with laughter. So how can we torture Pete? I got all these people here saying, get the guy down, make him miserable on the ground by the end of it. It's going to be good. So yes, talk me through.
So you got the 1 millimetre.
The 1 millimetre. That's 1 millimetre.
And then the
Okay.
And then you got the 1 metre. So the 1 metre is like, so you go. Should we do it again? Do it again.
Love it. Okay, good stuff.
And then you've got the 1 centimetre, 1 millimetre.
1 centimetre, yes, okay.
And that is ha, 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 which again is expelling the air.
And that's what happens. So psychologically, that's the good thing. So it's all to do with getting the air out there and tricking your brain. My brain always thinks it's having a great time. But a really fantastic time as well. Yeah. So when you go to schools, you also do the peekaboo thing, you were saying?
Completely. So that one's just basically, so we're just going to hide our faces.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quite hard again.
Okay.
And then we're going to look at each other and we're just going to laugh. So...
Fantastic! Oh, good stuff.
It's a good one.
So it is really good. So within those, so we would do those sort of exercises. Are there any others that they would do? So we've done the little measuring ones, the different sizes. We've done the going from the head to the toe.
Yeah,
we've done the milkshake.
There's stretching exercises.
There's
I mean, do you want to hold?
I can hold this.
So what we would do is we would be crouching down. We'll do little laughs.
Brilliant! And I've got to do that. I was watching the camera.
Of course.
So you're going down here and you're building
really
up.
Small,
yes?
really small.
Yeah, really small.
Okay,
really small. Love it! This is brilliant stuff. Pete, it has been such a joy. So normally what happens with the follow-up and things like that you do with people? You go back how often? Once a week? Once a day?
It depends on it. If they like. Again, it can be daily if I'm with them,
right?
If I'm working alongside them,
yeah.
But it could be like once a month. I run a course in Bristol where I just do a laughter club,
right?
So
what's that called? How can we find it?
It's called Canned Laughter.
Canned Laughter. Same as our series.
Exactly.
I'm an intellectual property lawyer, by the way. We love that sort of stuff. No, but it's great, isn't that good? And I love the philosophy because you can take it anywhere. Yeah. And I think the more we've talked about earlier about collaborating on these sort of things, and running it out to corporations, a big corporation coming near you, looking at that sort of side and the benefits that people can get from every age, as you say, from youngsters and so on and so forth, and the psychological effect of laughter. I think it's a lovely message.
See it in your eyes.
Is that right? So you can say it's amazing what you can see.
Do you feel a little bit?
I feel great. I feel great, but I always feel great. It's the honest answer. It is the honest answer. But it is. You can tell the psychological difference that it makes. And I think if you do little snippets every day, we look at taking it around schools. You're looking at doing for corporations. Look at sort of the TV side on the yoga with benefits of health. You're going to come along to one of our canned laughter sessions.
I'd love to.
In London. I say the first one's on the 18th of July. It is already fully booked, but there will be available streams and content everywhere.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You're going to come along. We've got another one in October, so sign up quickly. Look at it. Canned laughter. It's okay not to be okay. That's what they say.
I saw that.
Look it up. October the 7th is the next one after that. We're going to be doing one in Cannes itself. See what we did there. So it's going to be canned laughter on that sort of basis. That'll be down in Cannes with a guy called Jonathan Hansler. You're going to find out lots about him as well. He's a great comedian. He's currently doing Fawlty Towers, the official dining experience, endorsed by no less than the great man himself. So all of that looks really, really interesting. But in addition to that, we're then going to be doing another one on a regular basis. There'll be one in January and so on and so forth. So at least every quarter. Do sign up. You're going to come down. It's been such a joy to see you. Love seeing that. And brilliant. You stay good. Stay cheerful. Thanks a lot, Pete.
Cheers, Andrew. Bye-bye.